just cutting some firewood, and I thought you guys might want to come along for the adventure. You know, who doesn't like cutting firewood? You know what I mean? That one that's on the ground was on the fork. When I stopped, it rolled off. So my intention was to cut both of those logs off of the forks. Now there's only one. Trying to get you a better angle. How's that one? We'll try that. You're gonna have to listen to the tractor run. I'm not shutting her off. Let's fire up the saw here. That's that 372 I built for Billy. I got a round chain on this time. That square chain was shot. So I have a mostly worn out round chain that I threw on it. And I wasn't happy the last time. It needed more tuning. So hopefully today here we can get her finished tuning it. You know what I mean? Let's have some fun. Well, there was 10 minutes. Let me go grab another one. I'll bring it back. All right, log number 3. I'm doing it this way just to save me the work of having to move rounds from the log pile to the splitter. I could move the splitter to the rounds, but then it's kind of in my way and stuff. This is the way I kind of prefer to do it. Because then I can walk the splitter right into the bucket, over to the stack. I don't know. It seems like it's less handling it this way to me. That, and when I'm at the log pile, I'm not tripping over rounds. You know what I mean? Here, I can just use the tractor and keep pushing the rounds out of my way. So let's do some more cutting. All right, let's give it a push. Ready for the next one. Not every piece of wood I put here is going to need split. I'm just cutting everything, splitting the ones I need to split, and the rest will just go straight to the, the pile. Just the majority of what I do here is getting split. The really small sticks, I'm taking straight to the firewood pile and cutting them right there. So this is kind of how I'm working it. If you see me cutting wood off the pile, it's just to make a video, really. I'm not really too concerned about doing it that way. This is the way I'm doing it here. So if you're curious to know, like there's a small stick sitting there, I'm just gonna pick it up, take it straight to the pile and cut it. You know what I mean? Over where I'm stacking it. And anytime I come across any of those small ones, that's what I'm gonna do. You can do 2-3 sticks at a time. It's just a pain in the butt. You're better off just one stick at a time. You'll probably end up getting done faster doing it one stick at a time like this. You know what I mean? It just gets to be a pain in the butt dealing with 2 or 3 sticks. So let's go ahead and cut this guy up and see how she does. This Neotech, now that I'm running it more, I definitely do need to raise the roof a little more. The 4-stroke, you know how you get that 4-stroke? It's so close to where the power is. And I think basically I get more flow out of the transfers coming than what the exhaust can handle. That's what I think is going on. That or the timing's too far advanced. We could play with that a little, but it don't seem like the timing's advanced that much on this. I think I'm still running stock timing on it. So I'll double check. I think it's still on stock timing, so if it is, I'll probably just look at raising the roof 2 more degrees. I think it's 100 roof saw, and it needs to be at like 98, 96, somewhere in there. So this is meant to be a little hotter of a saw, so 100 roof might be too low for it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the cutting. She runs great. This thing has so much freaking torque, it ain't funny. The chain is pulling so hard, I'm surprised it ain't breaking. It's a struggle to hang onto the saw. It's pulling so hard. I'm surprised the chain hasn't broken. It's those breakers are like way too deep. So it's an old chain. There's not much I can do about it except run it until she's tall and sharpen it again. You know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna do. All right, let's have fun here. Alrighty, gonna grab another stick. I wonder how much wood I can cut with a tank of gas out of this thing. You know what I mean? I'm kind of curious. Alright, I got 2 small sticks loaded up on the bucket. So we're gonna go over here to the stack and cut them up there. This saw here, I bet you I gain a couple of 100 RPM whenever I go back into it. The torque on it is almost excessive. You probably can't tell. I've only got a 24-inch bar, but the torque on it is just stupid. At stupid levels. So 36-inch bar, no problem. I do think I'm going to raise the roof. I just don't remember where it's at. I think it's at 100. Probably going to end up at 96 in the end. Do watch. But here we are. I should have put another saw up here. That way I'm not lugging the saw back and forth. That'd be smart, wouldn't it? There we go. You get the idea. Let's get some wood. My stack's kind of tiny right now. We gotta make that thing a lot bigger. You know, this log would be a gorgeous log if it weren't for that little hollow bit in the bottom. So now I get to use it for firewood, right? It looks to be hollow about 3 or 4 feet in. The rest of it looks fine. We're gonna soon find out though. I was wondering why it was so heavy on that side. When I picked it up on the tractor went up on 3 wheels. So, yeah. That'd explain a lot, wouldn't it? Let's cut her up. I'm probably getting lower on fuel. We'll see if we make it. Yeah, we're down to the last little bits of fuel. I'm gonna call that good for today. I mean, that was a full tank of fuel you just watched me go through on that saw. Almost. Probably got enough fuel to do one more log though. But close enough. I got plenty of split to do. Heck, I got all that wood we cut earlier piled up by the log pile. A lot of that needs split. You know? Now, I'm really not concerned about making sure I get the wood split and stacked. My main concern is getting it cut. Once it's cut, I mean, I'm getting another load. So the first load I want done quickly. The second load I could care less. So, you know what I mean? Another couple of weeks and that load should be pretty much gone. This is how I'm going to do it. And I'll bring you along. We got this saw in this video. We might do the 036 on the next one. We'll see. I'm thinking about the 036. I got the 036 and the 4910 both. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll put the 036 over here and run the 4910 on the little stuff. Run two saws on one video. What do you think? Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. So, and then I think we'll do another video, but we're gonna run vintage. We'll do this again. We'll run vintage saws. We'll line up like 2 vintage saws and run them. Heck, we might run a Home Light Zip. What do you think? Home Light Zip on the big end, and I don't know, something else on the other end. XL Auto, or maybe something a little more unique. Maybe a bow bar. How about we do that? We put a bow bar on an XL Auto and use it on the little end. So we'll run a Home Light Zip on this side and an XL Auto on the other side. That should be a good video. So we got some good cutting videos coming, I think. That's kind of how I think we're going to play it out. But I'm going to go ahead, put the saw away, park the tractor. The battery died on me last night. I don't know if I left the key on or the battery's dying on me. So that's why I didn't want to shut it off. I just been letting it run. But yeah, hey, we'll catch you in the next one. Later.